We good? All right. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Vero Beach, or as we call it, UUFVB. Welcome to this home of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. Whether you are young or old, gay or straight, or identify in another manner, whether you're on the top of the world or perhaps burdened with the worries of the world, we embrace you just as you are. If you're here present with us or over the internet, you're here with us. I am Reverend Tom Capo, the minister here. I use the he, him pronouns. And for those of you who may have vision difficulties, my hair is on the back of my head, not on the top of my head. And I have a lovely stole that was made for me here by this congregation, which has a lovely chalice and flamingos and rainbows and all kinds of wonderful things. And I have a tie with music notes for today. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Unitarian Universalism, I like to say that we are a three-legged stool. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, the three legs are social justice, building community, and spiritual growth. And each of those are part of who we are as a community. I invite you, if you're here in the sanctuary, to join us after the service for the coffee hour, which is down the hall and in the fellowship hall down that way. And if you're here for the first time, or really if you're here for a couple of times, please take a red mug so we can know who you are. And I guess some people will come and talk to you. That's the plan. I ask you to please silence your phones. You can look at the order of service for things that might be coming up. All kinds of interesting things. One thing, I try to keep us to one announcement if I can. This Wednesday, from 5:30 to 7, we're going to have an artist reception for Christine Thomas and her art students. You can go out now, or not right now, but I mean after the service, and look at the paintings that are out there. One of her students is one of our very own, Rena McCormick, and you can see their lovely paintings out there. I like the vulture one with the ballet slippers. That's one of my favorites out there. So if you haven't seen that, you should go do it. All right. Known for their fearless truth-telling lyrics and melodies, you can't resist singing, and you're going to sing today. Emma's Revolution is the award-winning activist duo of Pat Humphries and Sandy O. Performances feature the duo's signature soaring harmonies and lush acoustic instruments in songs that span from jazz to funk to rock. This morning they'll share a vision of valuing people over profit, choosing compassion over violence, demanding accountability, and building a more just and sustainable world. Let's hear it. Sandy O, Pat Humphries. I have to tell you that I've known them for a while, and they performed at many of the congregations that I've served. I've asked them to come in, and just recently they helped do a fundraiser for UU Miami for UU the Vote. And this is the first time, I think it's the first time they have been here in Vero Beach. So thank you for coming. And I believe you're going to start us with a song. Okay.
Good morning. I'm Pat Humphries.
And I'm Sandy O.
How nice to finally have made it to here to see you all. We're going to sing a song that involves you, and Sandy will describe what will happen with us. You know, there are ways in which we embed some of our less constructive and community-minded and loving habits in our language. And this is one of the ways that we can kind of turn that around.
But rather than making light and dark oppositional in terms of good or bad, we are going to draw on the goodness of all, of light and dark, and of the power we can create together. So in the song, in the first verse, when Pat sings a line, we'll sing back the words, "in the light." And in the second verse, when Pat sings a line, we'll sing back the words, "in the dark." In the third verse, we'll sing, "we begin." And you have all the words, I see, so you can sing everything you want on this song. When we originally wrote the song, it was to sing at a UU congregation in Leesburg, Virginia. And our friend said, "Why don't you pick a song out of the hymnal?" And when you say that to songwriters, they might just pick a whole new song. So it's nice to have it available for you to sing with us.
We have come in the light to this place, in the light with our hearts, in the light open wide. We are here in the light giving voice, in the light to the truth, in the light we divine. Let us sing for today.
You can sing on the chorus.
Let us learn better ways, showing love in the light, giving hope in the light we create, in the light better days. We are born in the dark, we are fed in the dark, we connect in the dark through the veil. We are held in the dark, we are healed in the dark, mysteries in the dark we reveal. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love in the dark, giving hope in the dark we create, in the dark better days. Time is now. We begin where we are. We begin, we have all. We begin that we need to renew. We begin to release. We begin to rebuild. We begin to believe. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love we
It is our tradition to light a chalice at the beginning of our services and say words that are meaningful, at least to us. So please join in saying these words with me. Come in from the margins, come into our circle. Here we stretch wide, a doorway of belonging. No need to polish your edges or hush your truth. We gather not in sameness, but in shared seeking. Take a breath. Set down what you carry. You are welcome, wholly and widely, in this place. I guess you're up again.
Let me say that those words felt very meaningful to me. And we've spoken and sung at many, many congregations, and I'm not sure that I've seen wild in anybody's welcome. And so that was really, really beautiful. We do have a story for all ages about a friend of ours, and particularly a friend of Pat's. Really, really tall guy. Played an instrument, a long, long instrument, with strings and with a round body. And what he did was help people use another instrument. So some of us play instruments. Does anybody play an instrument out there? You can raise your hand. Yeah, you do.
All right.
What kind of instrument do you play? You want to tell us what you play? Ukulele.
Yeah.
I love that one. Who else plays an instrument? Yeah, what do you play? A ukulele. That's
Fun.
great. Who else plays an instrument? Maybe families do that. Yes, would you like to tell us what you play? You play the piano. That's wonderful. And we heard some beautiful piano music this morning.
Yeah.
How about one more instrument? I see you on a hand back there. You play trumpet. Awesome.
Nice.
Wow, you could have a great band right here. Ukuleles, piano, trumpet, and the other ones that we haven't heard about. There's also an instrument that so many of us have. Lots of us like to use it. All of us have it. It's right here. What might it be? What do you think it could be? Yeah. Yeah, it could be your voice, right? So this friend of ours, this very tall friend with the long, long banjo, he wanted everyone to use their voices to sing together. And not just to make it sound beautiful, but for it to do something beautiful in the world.
This friend is our friend Pete Seeger. I was friends with him for about 30 years. And I learned about him when I was in elementary school. I learned there was a book club in our class, and it came with a little record. Those younger folks probably don't know what that is, but it was about this big. It played at 45 RPMs, which you also probably don't know anything about, but it was this little piece of plastic that played music if you put it in a little machine with a needle. And that machine, when I put my little record in there, played "Bought Me a Cat, Cat Please Me."
Bought my cat.
Oh, huh?
Bought my cat under yonder tree.
Yeah, a cat under yonder tree. Cat went fiddle-I-fee, fiddle-I-fee. So I learned all these kids' songs from Pete Seeger. I didn't know anything about who he was. I just knew I liked these songs. And I knew that he played a banjo, and I knew that a banjo, I didn't know at the time, but I learned later that the banjo was an African instrument that was made from a drum. This is a piece of plastic. It would have been an animal skin stretched over a little ring of wood here. And they added a neck to it and stretched the strings out on it. And Pete had a special kind of banjo that he invented. It had 4 more notes, so it was a longer neck. It's kind of like the guitar. I have a guitar version of that back here. This big guitar is in this case, a baritone guitar. His was called a long neck banjo. So he had a few more notes that he could play that were lower down on the scale. And this instrument, this banjo, came to the U.S. in the slave trade, and was not a lot of the folks who came here had the ability to keep a banjo and play a banjo. Their circumstances didn't let them use a lot of instruments. They still had this instrument though, and they did a lot of singing. So this Pete took this instrument, learned about it in the Appalachian Mountains, where it had traveled. And he not only sang songs with it, though, and he never wanted to sing by himself. He always wanted other voices to be part of whatever song he was singing. And he had a way of, first of all, the banjo has this amazing sound. A lot of the sounds that come from a banjo actually make you want to dance. You know, they're really happy kinds of sounds. There's also some really sad sounds. I won't demonstrate them because they require me to tune it a little differently. But there's a lot of different feelings that the banjo could express. But one of the things that Pete did was he would get people to sing along with him. And when we sing with one another, we're breathing with one another. And when we're breathing with one another, our hearts are beating at the same rate. They're all beating together. And there's something really amazing that happens when you're in a room singing, breathing, with your heart beating with one another, especially if you're singing different parts that work harmoniously, that sound beautiful together, that work in harmony. There's a feeling that we leave with, this sense of belonging to something larger, this sense that if things have been hard, they're maybe not so hard if we work together, like they'll get better. That incredible sense of community and hope. It's really one of the greatest gifts that Pete Seeger gave the world, all by playing a banjo and encouraging people to sing together and asking people to sing harmony if they could come up with notes that worked with the other notes. Banjos don't love humidity, but they do their best, and tuners help us to get banjos to get along with humidity a little better. But sometimes it takes a few tries.
We could practice that breathing together thing. Should we take a breath in? I'm going to count it off. We're going to, in 1, 2, 3, we'll breathe in together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let it out. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3. Did you hear how quiet it was in that moment when we all breathed together? Did you notice how people were breathing next to you? Okay, that's how it happens.
So we have a song. If I sing you a line, will you sing it back to me? All right, let's try that. I mean, I know you have all the technology and everything, but this is the more fun way. I mean, we can still put it up there. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Try that. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Hear the people sing. Hear the people sing. Hope changes everything. Hope sing, people sing.
Now it's sometime. That's a difficult thing to tell you. So we have some children here, and they may want to go to religious education, and they may not. I don't know how they're going to make that decision this morning. I mean, they could stay in here and listen to the music, or they could leave. Are there children going out to RE? Let me ask that question. Are there any of y'all going to go out to RE this morning? Oh, there are some. Okay. So let's sing them out. If you'll put the words up here. Would you play the... Yes. Okay. We weren't entirely, set up, but that's okay. All right. As you journey, may you know, love and hope go with you, love and hope go with you. Learn and grow. Well, next, I'm going to invite you to look around, see the people that are here. Some of them you may not know. I don't know some of them. And so what I'd like you to do is take a moment, and you can get up or stay seated if you wish, and greet one another. Say hello. Get to know one another a little bit. All right. A story goes that it's difficult for Unitarians to stop talking once they start talking, but I'm going to invite you to sit back down or find a place to make yourself comfortable. It is our custom to light candles when a member of our congregation has passed. And this week, two members, one's a past member, one's a present member, have passed. Beverly Clement, who was a active member back in the 90s, passed this week. And Don Holt, who I'm at a loss for words. He was just this person that is here every Sunday, opening the doors for everybody who entered. And it is so sad to me, and I'm sure to many of you. Feels like a part of the congregation, or part of the fellowship has lost. Take a moment in silence to remember them and to say our goodbye. Amen. So now we'll take some time to acknowledge that we come together with joys and concerns, gifts and needs. Before me is water, the very sustenance of life. Water can buoy you up, nourish, cleanse, and replenish you. It is a source of life which creates beauty in the very making of tears. This community, like water, is the very sustenance of many of our lives, especially when we remember our sacred obligation to buoy each other up in times of sadness, to nourish one another in times of want, to cleanse one another with acts of kindness and generosity, and to replenish one another when our hearts are weary and worn. Today, with this water, I remind us visually of our sacred obligation to this, our living community. I add salt for the tears that have fallen this week. May we remember that there are those of us that have been in pain, so let us be tender with one another, for we know not what is in the silent sanctuary of one another's hearts. And I add some flowers to remind us of the beauty and joy that surrounds us in our lives, that floats on the surface of many of our faces and enlivens our spirits. In a moment, I will invite those who find it meaningful to come forward and place a stone in the water for their joy or concerns. But for those who'd like, I will add a stone for you if you'll raise your hand. Right there. Now, those who wish, I invite you to come forward. May all that we offer one another keep us connected and blessed during this hour and within the week ahead. Amen. Now is the time in our service when we express our gratitude and commitment by sharing our financial resources. To contribute to the fellowship, please place your offering in the envelope in the back of the pews, or donate to UUFVB by clicking on your QR code there with your phone. On Sundays, our offering is shared with worthy organizations, at least most Sundays. Today is different. The first Sunday of the month, all the offerings go to support the good and vital work we do here at this fellowship. Like the various social justice groups we have, reproductive justice, anti-racism, supporting the LGBTQ community with a welcoming congregation, and a new climate justice green team. We are supporting work in the community and in the world through these very worthy organizations in our church. So let us now receive the offering, and let us do so generously and gratefully.
That was beautiful. Sandy and I were finishing up a tour. This was in February in New York. And we had just been hearing on the news about that the federal workers were starting to be fired down in D.C. So we had a little time in our schedule. So we drove down to D.C. and started visiting all of the different departments where federal workers were being fired and being humiliated by, being forced out of their offices. So as they were coming out of the buildings in some cases, and in some places where workers were demonstrating outside their outrage. And this is before very many people had really caught on to, I think people were really kind of reeling that this was happening. So the demonstrations were largely small, and they were largely young people that were showing up to support these workers. So we just came down, we thought, we'll just go wherever we can and help out in whatever way we can. And had our instruments with us. Actually, mostly we just sang a cappella. And we were pulling up to the Health and Human Services building, and I had this idea for a song because I just wanted something to be able to speak to the moment. And so we wrote this song because it was really clear to us that we were going to have to, over time, spread this notion that we're the ones that hold the power. I think we get this sense that it's the people in the offices and people in the, with all the wealth and all of that hold the power, but we forget all too easily that we hold the power. It requires that we work together, but when we work together, we are way, way, way more powerful. So when things go awry, we have the skills to come together and make some change. So this is what we wrote. We are the power, and we know it in our bones. We are not alone, and we grow stronger every day. We take down the tyrants with our courage and our spirit. We are strong, and we grow stronger every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
We are strong and we grow stronger every day. So you have the little helpful words up there. When you're out on the street, people just have to pick it up, right? But feel free to sing along with us on the whole chorus. Here we go, like this. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
We are the workers, built this nation from the ground. We can shut this whole thing down, and we grow stronger every day. Their money and their greed won't bring the people what we need. We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
We are a rainbow, beautiful and proud. We raise our voices loud and we grow stronger every day. They try to make us disappear, but we are here. We are queer. We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
We are strong and we grow
stronger every day. We are the seeds and we are nurtured by the earth. In darkness is rebirth and we grow stronger every day. We will sing and shout until we force the rich boys out. We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. We are strong, we grow stronger every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. We are strong, we grow stronger every day. We are strong, we grow stronger every day. We are strong, grow stronger.
Every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day,
every day,
every day,
every day. How'd that make you feel? So, there's a reason why music was so important in the civil rights struggle. There's a reason why songs like We Shall Overcome traveled around the world. They unite us the way we were talking about with the Pete Seeger song. They give us something to do, right? So it's not like you're just listening to us, you're participating. And then this clapping thing, all that I did was go like this. And you know what you did. So it's the invitation. So if you are at events, and I hope that you're taking part. I know there's lots of ways to take part. Doesn't mean you have to all be out in the street, but sometimes even when you're getting together for a meeting to decide what can we do, what can our racial justice group do, what can our reproductive rights group do, sometimes just kicking up the energy and creating that moment of togetherness with music is a thing you can do. So in these times, we want to give you just a little bit of how we stay activated so that we can stay hopeful, so that we can build inspiration, activism, and hope wherever we go. Because we need it too, right? And one thing that I think is important is looking for and finding the moments that inspire us, because they are happening. They happened right at the start. This was the first person.
So some of these songs are obviously in the streets kinds of songs that are all about amping up the energy and punctuating the what's going on at the moment. And then there are other kinds of songs.
And of course, we're musicians, so we start with music. But there are other ways to build energy. You could be reading a poem to start an event. You could simply be breathing together. You could remember to take a breath yourself while you're watching the news.
Remember to change the channel every now and then.
And it's important to know what news you're watching. Yeah, we all have relatives who are watching news that we wouldn't watch. But I mean in the sense of see where the inspiration is, see where the pushback is happening so that you can feel inspired to keep going. So this was one of the first people I saw who was pushing back, and you might remember her. She is a very slight, small woman, and she was standing in a pulpit surrounded by red and white flowers, plants, many, many flowers, and she was speaking, and the folks she was speaking to were right in the first pews of her cathedral in Washington, D.C. It was the day after the inauguration, and the administration was sitting there. The leaders of the administration were sitting there, and she didn't hold back. She spoke the truth, and some of these words reflect the message that she gave, and because she was soft-spoken, and some of the words reflect where I took the song, and you'll probably be able to tell the difference.
You didn't like the words she said, how gently she reminded you that leaders should be merciful, that people's lives are beautiful. You didn't like the truth she told, that immigrants are human too. Refugees need safety, trans kids are sacred, love shines like a rainbow.
You are not gone. Let me remind you. You are one among all, no less and no greater. You are not gone, and you won't use me to justify the misery and hatred you sow.
You told them that I spared you, to bring you to this moment. A moment you've decided allows you to take everything and give nothing. You do not know me, my spirit or my teachings. But now you know I spared you to be seated before her word. You are not gone. Let me remind you. You are one among all, no less and no greater. You are not gone, and you won't use me to justify the misery and hatred you sow. Her words have traveled far now, quiet as she spoke them. Her vision bringing comfort, her courage bringing hope, her steadfastness a beacon, even as you threaten. Resilience is awakened in millions. You are not God. Let me remind you. You are one among all, no less and no greater. You are not God, and you won't use me to justify the misery and hatred you sow. And you won't use me. You are not God.
Thank you. I did not expect to write a song in the voice of God, but I hope that if I had a chance to ask, God would say she didn't mind. And of course, humor is also a thing that gets us through in these times. We are based in California now. We used to be on the East Coast. And probably you've seen the tweets and the posts and stuff coming from our governor that are using humor. It's a good thing to remember that humor is real and it
And
keeps
effective.
us going. Effective. It's not always what we get to do. And for this next song that we want to sing with you, it wasn't a humorous moment. We were all gathering at 8 a.m. outside the federal building in San Francisco because there was a young man coming for a hearing. And we know nowadays that if people are coming for a hearing, even if they're abiding by the law to come for the hearing, their lives are in danger. They could be picked up at any point. So there was a whole group of clergy, there were a whole group of activists, and what happened that day, he went to the hearing, he came out literally in a circle of clergy and activists around him to make sure he wasn't grabbed. And in fact, the judge said she wasn't going to make her determination right away, but it would take a couple more days, and she was making sure that he was free for those days. And after those couple days, she made sure that he is free. So the fact of showing up, standing up, saying these people's names, bringing attention, being there, caring that this applies to us. If they're taking people first, it could happen to any one of us regardless of our status. So the other part of the thing that we want to do, and we always want to do, and some of you might have been at General Assembly in 2012 in Phoenix, Arizona. Was anybody there? Yes, the Justice GA. We had an opportunity to sing outside of Sheriff Joe Arpaio's in
Those tents that he
Tent
was
City,
using
it was
to
called.
detain all these folks.
And at that time, we made sure to sing at least something in Spanish, so the people, because we found out the people could hear us in there, so they got the message. And so this song has some Spanish that you'll get to sing with us, but it reminds me that one of the important things that we all can do, there are these little red cards going around, and I think I have some with us, which we'll have at our table once we set it up. We were on California time this morning, didn't have time to set it up, but we will have our CDs and t-shirts and things like that. There are cards that tell you your rights, to know your rights. And everybody has these rights of due process, whether you're a citizen or not. And on one side it's in English, and on the other side it's in Spanish. So even if you don't know Spanish, you can read it as best you can, and it will be more understandable to someone who only speaks Spanish. So in this song, you can sing the English part, you can sing the Spanish part if you know it, and I think we have the lyrics for the chorus, is that right? Yeah, there's English and Spanish. So let's start from the chorus. Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
day and always.
libera a nuestra gente.
Free our
One more time.
people.
Escúchanos ahora,
Free us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
day and always.
libera a nuestra gente.
Free our
Fill
people.
the courts today, we'll pack the courts tomorrow. We must stop the madness now, and the rage and the sorrow. We raise our voices loud, build our strength together. We are the ones, we're here today to fight for one another. Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
today and always.
libera a nuestra gente.
Free our people.
Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
day and always.
libera a nuestra gente.
Free our people.
We see beyond the hatred, the tanks, the masks, the soldiers. We will never let them win. No one love is bolder. Para nuestra gente, for all the people. Exigimos justicia, fuera ICE, libera nuestro pueblo. Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
today and always.
libera a nuestra gente.
Free our people.
Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
day and always.
libera a nuestra gente.
Free our people.
Hoy y siempre,
Day and always.
libera a nuestra gente.
Free our people.
If you need one phrase in Spanish to know these days, it's fuera ice. Try that. Fuera ice. Fuera ice. It means stop ice. It doesn't mean the other thing. We won't teach you that one.
There are other ways. But I think it's really incredible that the mayor of Chicago, did you hear this, has lined up all the salt trucks in the city of Chicago to keep ice out of Chicago. I hope it's true. I've seen it now from several sources, so I hope it's true.
That would be humor and physical effectiveness. We're going to do one more song with you because this has been a battle that we have all been through before, whether we've literally been on the planet during that time. But we will get through this by staying together, by staying connected, by finding the points of inspiration for ourselves so that we can keep other people inspired and connected, right?
Sometimes
That's
the
impossible.
most powerful thing you can do is just keep yourself centered and keep yourself hopeful. And one way to do that is to stay connected in all the ways that you can. You know, in your family, in your neighborhood, in your larger community, in your faith community, whatever it takes to not give in to the forces that are acting to strike down democracy right now. We can't give it over. It's too important. And each one of our energies in this struggle will make a difference. It absolutely does. But some of that really requires self-care. So do all the things that you can to fortify yourself, because we need you. We need you now more than ever in my lifetime. But there are folks who came before us who went through struggles like this. There's a beautiful story. There are many, many stories in Pete Seeger's long, 94 years on this planet. And one of them is he went to Spain and while Francisco Franco was in power. And he was met by the police on the stage, and they came backstage and they handed him a list, and they said, "You can't sing any of these songs." And of course, all of those songs happened to coincide with his set list for that concert. There were 100,000 people in that audience that night. So Pete came out on stage and he said, "Well, these guys say I can't sing any of these songs, but you can." And he stood there and played the chords to all of those songs, and 100,000 people sang the lyrics to all of those songs to defy the fascist dictator. It was an incredible, incredible time in history. We are really lucky to be following in the footsteps. It's very big shoes to fill, but we'll do our best from where we are to fill those shoes. So this is a song that you know, and mostly you know. You might not know it exactly in this way, but when Lee Hayes wrote the words to the song, and Lee Hayes was one of Pete Seeger's friends, excuse me, in his band, The Weavers, who, of course, were what we called at the time blacklisted by the government and by McCarthy in his time. They were told similarly, you can't sing these songs, and all of their concerts were canceled. They were banned from television. It ended their careers pretty much, and it's only mainly because of Toshi Seeger, who said, "Well, Pete, you still have to sing. People still need to hear these messages." So she sent him out to summer camps, to universities, to churches, all around the country. And what he did was raised generations of people to be mindful that sometimes governments can lose their way. Sometimes leaders can be corrupted. And that the power is in us, but we have to remember that the power is in us, that the responsibility is in our hands. And as long as we're willing to stand in that power, take care of ourselves in the process, and so that we can stand in that power, we will prevail. Democracy will prevail. Democracy, and a better democracy, will prevail. So this is a slightly different version of this song maybe than you've heard, but any version that you know, if you sing it, it will work with this one. And when Lee Hayes first wrote the words to this, you know, there was this kind of tacit agreement that we were all brothers. And then years went by, and a woman came up to Pete and said, "Gosh, Pete, I'm feeling kind of left out." So they started singing Sisters and Brothers. And then years went by, and a trans friend of ours came up to us and said, "Gosh, Pat, I'm feeling kind of left out." And we thought, well, okay. It still has to scan in the song, work in the meter and everything. And during that time, there was this orange presence that had descended upon the White House. And we scrubbed and soaked, and we got it out temporarily. And then it came back. So now we're scrubbing and soaking even harder so that that orange presence will be gone forever from the halls of that White House in D.C. So we started singing. By the time I get to that story, I forget what the line. So we started singing "All of the Resistors." So, you know, whatever door you came through to be with us today, know that we see you, we love you, we trust that we're all in this together, and we look forward to being with you again in community. Thank you so much for having us with you. You'll catch on in just a moment.
So I want to tell you something. You're heading out to some other concerts, and one of the places you're going to, I believe, is St. Pete. Aren't you? I don't know if you saw in the news. The minister there was praying over a Black Lives Matter street mural and got arrested for it.
Yeah, we will be at his church.
Let me just end with a few words, and I'll try to put out the chalice here, but not the work we have to do in the world, right? As we leave the sacred hour, may the welcome we receive become the welcome we extend. Let us meet the world with open hearts, open hands, and the audacity to build spaces where every soul can feel at home. Amen.